Afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great vintage RV review from Parkway RV Center. Of course, one of the most popular and rarest type of motorhomes to find. I've got another one here today, and this is a Toyota Class C motorhome. This is a 1986 Gran Ville, built on a Toyota 1-ton chassis with the dually rear end. Only has 92,000 miles, which for a 34-year-old vehicle is remarkably low mileage. And guys, of course, it's Toyota. Everybody knows the Toyota quality. And this particular unit's got ice-cold dash air. And it's about 65-70% original. It's had some modifications over the past 34 years, but all in all, this thing actually, to be the year model motorhome it is in good shape. It's got good tires on it. I've driven this coach. It's got that famous Toyota 2200 RE fuel-injected motor. It's an automatic with overdrive. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and warn you before we get too far into it. This is not a fast motorhome by no means. I drove this unit about 35 miles myself. It's this is about a 60, maybe 65 mile an hour motorhome at its top speed. You know, these little Toyota motorhomes are more state highway, back roads of America type RV. They're small. It's only like 89 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque motor. 92,000 miles, really cool vintage retro look. A lot of nostalgia in one of these. And I know there's a big movement for these little Toyota motorhomes. What people are doing is buying them and gutting them and remodeling them to suit their needs. And you can do that or restore it to its close to factory condition as you can make in 1986 and in 2019. Got a rear storage box on the back. Overall, it's 20 feet long. A lot smaller than a regular Class C. I mean, the interior space is probably not much bigger than a Class B camper van, so keep that in mind. Got a flare right here, a fender flare that's had a blowout over the past 34 years, so you know it's got a crack in it. Few modifications. They have removed the original gas water heater. They put a small electric one in. This unit does not have a generator. You know, a lot of times people take the generators out of these because these things need all the weight reduction they can get to get you down the road. So, I mean, that's a few hundred pounds you take a generator out. And the good thing about a small motorhome like this is your dash air will keep it pretty comfortable driving down the road. And then, of course, you stay in a campground, you can run off shore power or do what I'd recommend doing. If you do a combination of boondock camping and campground camping, have somebody weld you a rack on the back, a small rack that you can take on or off as you need to with a generator on it. Get you a 4,000 watt or 3,500 watt Honda generator, Yamaha, something quiet. So on the rare occasion that you do go dry camping or boondock camping, you can put that generator on there, and that way when you don't need it, you're not hauling around all that extra weight, which slows your RV down. It still has the propane tanks, got all the holding tanks. And I've been spending some time in it, getting to know it a little bit, and I think all in all, this is a pretty good vehicle. Doesn't have an awning, and it probably did at one time, but like I said, over the past few decades, it's been taken off probably to reduce weight and give you a little bit more power on the highway. But like I said, folks, don't jump in this and expect it to go 75 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour like you drive a car. This is strictly a cruising RV. Like I said, you're going to average around 60 miles an hour on the interstate. So definitely something when you want to take back roads and state highways. But 22 RE 4-cylinder, electronic fuel injection, very, very dependable motor. And this is a really small RV too, guys, so it's But like I said, they are what they are. These are kind of a specialty item. The average RV shopper probably wouldn't be interested in this. But for those of you who are in the Toyota movement, Toyota motorhome movement, you'll love this. Now, I did replace the carpet, guys. It had the original kind of a burnt brown or burnt orange carpet. I took that out and it made it look a little bit more modern. Crank windows. Motor's nice and smooth. Like I said, dash air is cold, which there's not many 86 model vehicles that can say that. Got the original cassette deck. Wow. Definitely a blast from the past right here, guys. Open this up. Got the 86 Toyota owner's manual, and this is a 1-ton chassis. Heck, you can probably sell that thing on eBay for a penny or two. Well, more than that, I'm being sarcastic. Windshield looks good. You know, the dash, it's not cracked. Seats look amazing. 92,213 miles. 4-cylinder automatic with push-button overdrive. Wood's not bad. I mean, guys, trust me, you find many 86 model motorhome survivors, this is definitely going to be one of the nicer ones. Now, is it perfect? Is it as nice as a 2015 or something like that? Of course not even close. But for what this RV is and the age and the price, it's actually in good shape. All right, I'm not going, big as I am, I'm not going to try to squeeze through from the front seat, so we're going to go into the back door. Got a little bit of clear coat here on the hood, peeling a little bit, not too awful bad. You know, if you want that fixed, let us know, we'll get you a price. We'll step inside. And I had the roof air on earlier, and it's a newer roof air. As we step inside, guys, some modifications back here in the kitchen area. Looks like they've replaced the countertops, put a residential style countertop. Looks like they replaced some paneling back here. Put a microwave in here, which, I mean, that's just sitting there. That can be removed if you don't want it. Got the original range top and oven. We'll check that, make sure it works. Looks like they replaced some of the ceiling paneling too. Looks like they put an HD TV up here. This is the original RV two-way refrigerator freezer from 1986. Guys, it works. It's cold. Believe it or not, it still works. They did make some things better back then. You've got the corner bathroom. This is what we call a wet bath. And you've got a sink, shower, and everything all built in together in one. And it's actually in very good shape in here to be this age. And everything feels solid. Look through here. You've got a sofa that makes a bed, a table booth, and you've got a full-size bed in the cab over. So theoretically, this thing can sleep 4 people, 5 people, maybe. Now, I'm going to show you some things here. The cushions look great, but now the Dinette Cushions, a couple of them are missing. Actually, 3 of them. So they just got some aftermarket cushions there. Table right here. Actually, you know what? That table may not even make a bed. That table's been changed, so I don't know if that'll even make a bed. So just say it sleeps 4. If it sleeps 5, consider it a bonus. But just buy it on the assumption that it sleeps 4 with 2 separate beds. Overhead cabinets. You can see the ceiling panels. Nothing sagging. Lights. Some of them have got the original lights from 1986 in here. Some of them have been changed. Full-size bed. And you can see of course, in here in the cockpit area, it looks just like it's supposed to. You know, it's a nice motorhome. It's got, somebody's added an electric heater, and it's got a propane furnace as well. You know, it's not perfect. I noticed it's got the original System Monitor 3 that tells you what your tank levels are. Some of it works, but the tank levels do not. Guys, I can't fix that. I mean, that's something that has been obsolete for 25 years. There's no parts for it, You know, you might find somebody that repairs electronics. They might be able to fix that, but it's kind of one of those things you just have to learn to live without when you're driving an antique motorhome. And that reminds me of this, folks. I'm going to have a talk with you for a second. You know, we started carrying more of these little Toyota motorhomes, which they haven't made since 1993. I want to have a discussion with y'all, and this is me being honest. I don't want to scare you away from buying an RV, an older RV like this, but I want you to understand that there are things you're going to deal with that you would not deal with a later model RV. And I'm just saying this because I don't want somebody to, you know, I've had so many calls on these Toyotas since we've been carrying them, and people flying from California wanting to put their life savings into it. They think because it's a Toyota that you're supposed to jump in it and drive it cross country for the next 10 years and it never gives you an issue. That's wrong, guys. Toyotas, yes, they are dependable. I won't argue that, but even dependability gives in to age. And like I say, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just going to give you an idea of what to expect when you buy a vintage motorhome versus a later model motorhome. Of course, a later model motorhome can break down too. Don't get me wrong, man. If man made it, it can break anytime, new or used. You know, well, of course, you know, chance of a 15 model breaking down before a 1986 model does is doubtful. But here's the thing, guys. And I'm just saying this because I don't want somebody to come in here with false expectations. This is the truth about owning a vintage RV. You know, yeah, we're gonna check everything we can on it, make sure it works. Now, a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, who knows? You know, an older RV like this, even though if it is a Toyota, it's still 34 years old. Stuff breaks with age just as much as miles in use. If you buying this to live in and see the country, well, guys, you can see some of these other YouTubers that have done that with older RVs, and once a month they're in the shop getting something fixed. Be prepared for that. If you're not a mechanically inclined person, make sure you got the money to pay someone to fix your RVs, because things are going to go wrong in a 34-year-old vehicle. Now, that's like jumping into a 1986 model car with your family and traveling from Georgia to California and expecting it to make it. Guys, it probably won't without breaking down. And thing is, there's nothing that can't be fixed on one most of the time, but keep in mind, let's just say you need an alternator for a 1986 Toyota 1-ton chassis. Probably, there might be a chance you will, but chances are you're not going to go into your nearest auto parts store and they've got one on the shelf, or a starter, or stuff that can leave you stranded on the side of the road. I mean, they're going to have to order it, take a few days to get there, and if you're on the side of the road, of course, you're going to have it towed, moved, and of course, stay in a hotel until it gets there. And guys, that can get pretty expensive. So if you're going to live in an older motorhome, it's a great rewarding way, because you're in something different that you don't see every day, but there are costs to that. And that's when stuff breaks down. It's going to take longer to fix it and more money. And you're probably going to break down more in an older RV than you are a new one. That's common sense. So and I'm not trying to scare you off. I don't want to scare you off from buying an older RV. I love older stuff. I've restored older vehicles and older RVs in the past. I love it. It's rewarding when you're done, but it's also expensive. And this is not something you do to save money. In fact, whoever tells you that living in an RV full-time saves you money is wrong. You do it for the experience, for the freedom, but it's going to cost you more money to keep up an RV and live in one than it would to have an apartment somewhere. But you've got that freedom of always being in different places. So keep that in mind. When you buy an older RV, best thing you can do when you first get it is go through it, take it to a local campground, spend some time in it, and try to work out any bugs. You know, we're going to check the major stuff. We're going to make sure your air conditioner's cold, your heat works, your fridge works, your propane system's good, your stove and oven works, your electric water heater works, your water system works, your toilet, shower, etc., etc. Now, can I fix that monitor? No. You know, that's just part of buying an older RV. So guys, please keep that in mind, that it's a great experience, but please, if you're spending your last dime on a vintage RV, you may be making the wrong choice. And if you've got the money to repair it when stuff happens, it's a great choice, especially if you like bringing the old and recycling it, making it something else again, like I do. That's what I love. I call it recycling vehicles instead of throwing them away. I like restoring stuff. I've done several, you know, of course I've done some of the work myself. A lot of it I paid to have done, but I've done cars and RVs, and you know, I just recently did I inherited my grandfather's 1991 Nissan truck. Been in the family since new, and I've spent thousands of dollars, way more than that truck's worth, and it's about 90% restored, bringing it back to its former glory. And I just did it because it's a love thing, just like buying a Toyota motorhome and restoring it's a love thing, or a Volkswagen Bug, or something like that, guys. You do it as a hobby. So guys, this motorhome is great for that. And I just, like I said, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. I just want you to understand that cost of ownership on a 1986 Toyota motorhome per year is going to be a lot higher than a 2015 Mini Winnie Class C, or a Forester with a Mercedes chassis. Even though those motorhomes cost 5 or 6 times more, the cost of ownership is actually less per year for as far as maintenance and repairs than one like this. So it's a give or take thing. You can spend less for the motorhome, spend more repairing it, or spend more for the motorhome, spend less repairing it. So it's a balancing act. So whatever best suits you is what you do. Because I don't want you to come in here and buy something and call me cussing me out 3 months later because it's broke down, it needs this, this, and this, because it's an 86 model. And I can't help you guys. It's an as-is deal. We will make sure the major stuff works, but you can't buy any kind of warranty for a 1986 vehicle. There's no financing for a 1986 vehicle, except maybe your local bank or credit union. You can probably, if they loan on something this old, you might loan a few $1,000s on it, and maybe get a second loan, a personal loan, to cover the rest if you need to finance it. Most people that buy vintage RVs pay cash or cash and trade. But guys, and I'm being honest with you. Now, I may get some backlash over this, but I'm just telling you the truth from my 22 years of experience in this industry. And I love older RVs. I love them. That's my favorite type to shoot videos on. But I've just had so many calls and people come by lately on these Toyota motorhomes we got, and we've got 2 of them and a third one on the way, thinking that, hey, I can live in this thing, go full time, and never have an issue. And I just I hate to pop your bubble or ruin your dream, but that's just not that's not possible on this age motorhome. But anyway, guys, be what you take that how you want to. It's still a nice RV. If you're into vintage RVs, this is great. It's definitely a very nice survivor that has a lot of years left to it if you've got the money and the resources to keep it up. You know, I don't see wrinkled panels anywhere. The cab over looks good. You know, I'm sure it's got a metal roof. You know, I'm sure these panels have been replaced sometime in the past 3.5 decades. But all in all, it looks great. If you've got any questions about this motorhome, folks, give us a call. 706-965-7929. Now, I'm sorry to put so much serious truth on you, but I just want you to know that if you're buying this to live in, make sure you got the money or the mechanical know-how to fix stuff as it goes down on the road, because it will happen. It's not if, it's when. And I just want to clarify that. Anyway, guys, give us a call if you're interested. 706-965-7929. The price is $12.9. Includes us checking all the major systems on it, make sure they work. You know, and like I said, I'll make sure the air, the fridge, the stovetop, the oven, the water system, the propane system, the running and the driving, we'll make sure all that works good as of right now. I mean, like I said, older RVs, you know, anything can break at any time. It can be perfectly good one day, then the next day it won't be. And there's no warning signs or no indications that it's going to do that. But it does happen. Believe me, guys, I broke down in my 2008 Winnebago before. 3 weeks after I bought it, thousands of dollars in repairs. That's just part of it. But anyway, guys, if you're interested in this motorhome, give us a call. Please call before coming to look to verify availabilities. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting. I've got another one of these coming in, hopefully coming in soon, if it doesn't sell before I do a video on it. I really like this one. Actually, I like the fact it's got the bathroom. The other one I did the other day doesn't have one. It's been heavily modified. And I like the fact that you still got a lot of the 1980s touches in here, like the original refrigerator, the upholstery, of course, the cockpit area looks like the 1980s. Even got a CB radio, what we used to call a 1980s cell phone. It's got a CB radio in it. Look in here, got some VHS tapes, a 1980s GPS, aka an Atlas. So definitely got some cool stuff in here, guys. Some nice retro stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video, and please understand that I like to be truthful with everybody about what I'm selling and what to expect. After purchase, this thing will go through our service area. We're going to fix anything we find wrong with it as far as the major systems. That's included for the $12,900 price, which is haggle free. Also included after purchase, you know, we're going to clean it up for you inside and out. Then we're going to call you to set up a time to pick up your new to you Toyota Gran Ville. Once you arrive here at the appointed time, the tech that checked it out, knows it better than anybody, is going to go through this motorhome with you, show you how to operate everything, show you the repairs that were made, give you tips, tricks, and pointers, and more. Doesn't have a hitch on the back, so of course you can't really tow anything with these anyway. But help you out with that, and we will pick you up at the airport, Chattanooga, Tennessee Airport, if you want to fly in. No additional cost there. If you want to rent a car to get to us, we'll help you drop the car off at the local rental car terminal. No additional cost during business hours. Or if you want to take the bus to us, we'll pick you up at the Greyhound bus terminal in Chattanooga as well. Picked a guy up there the other day that took the bus, did the old school way. And we're happy to do that. You know, our price, I mean, wow, look at these original cabinets. I mean, wow. Clean, really. I mean, it's amazing the condition it's in. Even though I know it's not 100% original, it's still tastefully redone. Anyway, guys, give us a call if you're interested. Keep in mind, guys, I don't have any lenders that will finance a 1986 model anything. You'll have to go to your own bank or credit union and see about getting a loan or a combination loan and personal loan to buy this RV. If you got any questions, give us a call. Of course, we'll help you out any way we can. 706-965-7929. Please call before coming to look to verify availability. This came out of North Georgia, so that's good. Not from up north or anything like that. And if you're interested, call us, email us, sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I review different RVs every day, and you never know from one day to the next what I'll be doing. Matter of fact, if it doesn't sell because we've got a buyer on it, I'm actually getting ready to do a video on a $399,000 motorhome. By far the most expensive one I've ever reviewed, if the guy we have on it doesn't buy it. Stay tuned for that, because that's going to be an awesome video and an awesome RV. Anyway, guys, this is a beautiful RV for what it is. Nice vintage, something different, something really cool. Play around with, restore it completely, remodel it. It's yours. Do what you want to with it for $12,900. Give us a call. Well, we also give you some other nice incentives too. We give you free camping up to 21 nights, up to 7 at a time at select RV resorts nationwide to be used in a 12-month period. We also give you your legal drive-out tag. We've got the title in-house, clear title, and more. Thank you again for watching, folks. If you have any questions, call us, email us. Please call before coming to look again to verify availability. People travel all over the country to buy these things. They're hard to find, hard for me to find. They're not cheap. If you have any questions, call us, email us, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.